without a drive and without a need to succeed. No one, never. Because the whole idea to start on your own is to find your passion, to discover something novel, moving, inspiring, to discover something new and extraordinary in yourself, the idea and the business you choose to do. Consider a new role. Find an entrepreneur in you. Take risks. Crave for the new. Build new relationships. Find new energy to break all barriers. Become one with your idea, your passion and belief. Well, since 1999, we have partnered and nurtured more business relationships than any other company. Helping entrepreneurs explore new businesses is not just what we believe in. It has always been who we are. Since Gaurav packed his bags and left off in search of the extraordinary, we have opened and put more businesses on a growth path than anybody else. And the best thing about growth is that it never stops knocking on the doors of successful people. Successful people who are always looking for the right opportunity. We all get a moment with that opportunity. And right now, somewhere around you, right here, there is an opportunity waiting just for you. An opportunity that could lead you on your path for the rest of your life. As franchise Indians every day, everything we do is creating an opportunity for you. Because your growth is our business.
Hello and good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us on this webinar called Business Opportunity Over Chai. Business Opportunity Over Chai is a webinar series presented by the management of Franchise India every day at 12 o'clock in the afternoon with an aim to introduce you to a new business opportunity. Over the last 27 years, Franchise India has helped thousands of investors selecting the right franchise business for them. Today, we will introduce you a great business opportunity with a US-based company that makes custom, environment-friendly boulders and engraved stone products. The company name is Boulder Design. They offer address, rocks, commercial signages, memorials, and outdoor decor. Their products are made from solid and specifically enhanced concrete, designed to mimic the beauty and timelessness of stone. These products are durable and weather-resistant boulders are suitable for various applications from residential landscaping to commercial signages and memorials. To talk more about this, I'm joined with the boss Megavero, the founder of this brand, along with Suraj from the Frank Global team. But before before we go ahead and talk more about the brand and the business opportunity, I would like to inform all the viewers that you also have opportunity to ask questions related to the brand and the business model. In case if you would have any question, my request is to please keep on posting your queries into the Q&A box, and we will take those questions once the presentation is over. Now, I would request Suraj sir to please take the lead and set the context, and then we will move on to the brand presentation. Over to you, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone, and I really thank you for taking this opportunity to join along with us on presenting a new brand, which is very different, very unique from the regular day-to-day brands which you present, which is in F&B or in education or in health and safety, beauty and wellness. So I'm very pleased to introduce Butch, who is the CEO and the founder of the brand. Uh, Butch, thank you for taking out your time for joining this opportunity along with us for presenting your brand. So instead of taking too much of time, I will directly hand over the session to you for taking us through your brand and giving us a brief idea about your brand. What are the SOP? What are the different unique features? How do you go about it? What are the markets you're currently in? And then we will have some question answer sessions, whatever questions are coming in. I'll also give a detailed understanding about the financials for our investors and our partners who are there on the call today. And then we will try to have one-on-one meetings with everybody who is interested for this franchising opportunity in India and different parts of the country. So, Butch, you can take over the session from here.
Okay. Just ballpark for the presentation and the Q&A combined. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
Yes,
How
we
much
can hear you.
time do we have for the presentation and the
We have
Q&A
almost like,
combined?
okay, so we will have overall 1 hour of time, right? You can take
Okay.
up to 30, 45 minutes of time to talk about your brand.
That's right. That's what I was just making sure. Then what I'll do is I will go over a broad, I guess, a 30,000-foot view, and I won't go into little details on things that really doesn't matter on making a decision on the business or not. But you can ask questions on the little, how does the color work in it, things like that, that really isn't as important as the business side of it. So anyway, we started, I guess, it's been well over 25 years ago when they started the brands before I even became involved in it with a company called Border Magic. And I will show you on the left-hand side, that was the original company back several years ago. It was born in the Chicago, Illinois area. And the challenge we had with that was that once winter hit, they couldn't do anything else because the snow hit the ground and they couldn't put the border. It was all on the ground. So they decided to look for something that they could do that would give the guys something to do in the wintertime. And the Boulder Designs was created around 2008 and started franchising a little after that. And it's grown and grown and grown. I acquired the company and changed quite a bit of it in 2016 and moved it to Texas that next year. So since then, when I bought it, it was probably around 10 or 15 active franchises, and now we're between 160 and 170 throughout the United States. And now we've went into Canada.
But
Now we're in Canada, and we're looking to go into several other countries. We just left London and had a huge success. We won several awards for different things there, most innovative and a couple other things. But anyway, it's a very unique, easy business, little to no competition, profit margins of much as 95% or more, and you don't need a lot of employees. So pretty simple business to run, and we'll go through it pretty quickly. Only it takes a couple hours to go through it pretty quick. On Border Magic, not sure if you've seen that much at all or if this is part of the presentation, but I will mention it briefly. It's pretty much 98% residential. We typically do residential concrete edging that goes around your landscaping, which is guaranteed not to crack. On the Boulder Designs, it's all over the place. We do residential, commercial, municipalities, farms and ranches, parks and recreation areas. We have a kind of a fun thing called painting on the rock, where you come in and you'll have a smaller rock, like some of the ones that are shown on the screen right now, that you would actually paint yourself.
But just to cut you short, I mean, there's nothing visible. If you could just share this screen first from your end.
It should be there. Here, my wife's gonna look at it.
Okay.
Did you see any of the screens?
No.
It's okay, Butch. Can I share it? If it's okay.
She's doing it right now. Let me make sure she doesn't get it. She's a lot smarter than me.
I can do it. I have your PPT with.
I do.
Go ahead.
Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Do I control the switching of the slides, or do you?
You can tell me to switch off, switch it. I'll do it for you.
You can
Okay.
you can do it.
All right. I can now.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you looking at Boulder Designs, the residential, commercial, the different applications, things like that?
No.
No, I think I have screened my slide, which is visible now. You want me to remove it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please try us from your end.
Okay. What do you see a screen right now?
No.
I see a screen, but go
No,
ahead, Rob.
I mean, it was.
It's coming blank. Let me do it for you. You can
Okay, go
continue.
ahead. Do I need to kill mine or? Okay.
Or you
Is this
can ask
okay?
for the. Hmm.
You can tell me to switch, change the slides. I'll do it for you.
Okay. Let me know when you're up.
Yeah, I'm up.
And what screen are you seeing?
And on the first slide, which is talking about Boulder Designs, Boulder Magic Home Office, 17,000 square feet.
Okay, go to the next one.
Yeah, please.
Overview, 250 years experience.
Correct.
Okay. On the left-hand side, again, I'll just briefly say this again. That's Border Magic. That was the parent company. And to the right is Boulder Designs. Go ahead and switch.
Correct.
These are the different applications for Boulder. Like I said, Border Magic is typically residential, although we have done some light commercial work with Border Magic. And it's arguably one of the most successful franchises here with the highest profit margins if Boulder Design wasn't here. Both of them are really good. A lot of our franchisees own both of them. So it's just a matter of, how much you want to bite off. Boulder Designs, like I said, we do residential, commercial, municipalities, farms and ranches, parks and recreation, painting on the rocks. I do a lot of high schools, a lot of nonprofit organizations. We do um, benefits where we will donate some rocks to that charity auction, and that's a very good way of marketing. Not sure, if you have a lot of that in India, but typically here you'll have a lot of businessmen at that event, and we'll donate a lot of product. Being we don't really pay for it that much if we donate a $3,000 rock, it costs us a couple $100. So we can be very generous. And typically, there's a lot of businessmen at that event. So it's a way to share our product and show everybody at the same time without costing us hardly any money in marketing. What's happened in the United States on the memorials is we are taking over a lot of the headstone industry. We can build a $5,000 headstone in 2 hours or less, and with a cost of less than $200 or $300. So it's very, very profitable for those. We feel that the product lasts just as long as granite. We have some testing being done right now in Florida, and it's showing the wear patterns on it is no different than granite. Both of them are showing no wear after a long period of time in an advanced, accelerated weathering chamber. And we'll continue to leave that in there for as long as it takes to try to show some weathering. But right now, neither one of them, the test is not penetrating the surface whatsoever, and it has penetrated marble. So we're showing stronger than marble, but the same as granite. We do a lot of golf courses, and typically one of the ways we market a lot is in retail stores. I'm in all the feed stores, veterinarian clinics, small mom and pop hardware stores. I give them 20% and they can sell my product 75% or more. Go ahead and switch. These are some just basic little different rocks. Nothing really here other than just showing you a variety of things that we can do. And switch. One of the things that's happened, if you're looking at the Texas Farm Bureau, is that the United States, a lot of the ordinances have changed where we are because they aren't counting our rocks as signs. Therefore, we can have bigger signs, if you will, in areas where it used to be you had to have a smaller one. And again, I'm not sure what the laws are there, so I'm not sure if it even matters. But for every running feet of road frontage you had, that would determine how big your sign could be. For this instance, this Texas Farm Bureau rock, the big one, the below one, that's the one in the middle, the bottom one that's got blue and white. That's how big they were allowed to have for all the years that they were there. And then when we came along, and again, they don't count our rock as signage, they count it as landscaping. So therefore, they could have a rock literally 15 times bigger. So they really, the difference in those two are night and day. When you drive by, you can literally see this rock from almost a mile away. There's a big lake before you get to their property, and you can see it coming across the lake. It's beautiful. It's up on a big hill. Everybody in 100 counties knows exactly where Texas Farm Bureau is. They have now become a landmark because of the big rock out there, and it's been a big success for them. Can you switch? Again, these are different. I won't go into a lot of details about the little card holder. but we offer those anytime we do a bid on a job. I will give those little card holders to the person that we did the bid for and let them have this as a gift. It cost me about $1 to make one of those. And the good thing is the person that you're trying to market to a bigger rock, they see that every day. Well, I can put anybody's name on it. I can put the college they graduated from. If they're into, bicycling or tennis, I can put a little thing on there to commemorate that. So again, those are things that we do all the time. This is a city in McGregor, Texas, and every entrance into their town now has a big boulder welcoming the people to their city. And now a lot of the businesses within the city are using the rocks to identify their different companies. They pretty much, again, when they put one of these in front of their business, they are a landmark and everybody knows who the company is. So it gives them a way to differentiate themselves from other companies. Go ahead and switch. This is Border Magic. Again, we'll go over this pretty quick. We do this, we have franchisees that do 30, 40,000 feet in a 6-month period that are up north. And down south, you can do well over 50,000 feet a year easily. And we typically get about $20 a foot. And our cost to do this is about $2.50 a foot. Probably the most expensive part of the boulders and the border is the sand itself. That's one of the reasons we feel going to India will be a big success, because you have an abundance of sand, and you'll probably have a little bit higher profit margin than we will, because we have to mine our sand a little harder than what I think you have to over there. I've done a little bit of research, and it looks like yours is more readily available than we have it here in the States. So hopefully that's the thing. Shouldn't be much difference, but I think you're probably a little bit better at it. Switch. Again, I'll go over this really quick and just some more border, but also the top left-hand corner, our border machine is strong enough to where you can put a whole sidewalk out, just pushing it out of the machine. Very simple to lay, and it can match the border, or we do stepping stones, different things like that. And again, we'll go over that pretty quickly, and you can question if you would like on that part. Switch. Are you at the columns? Are you showing mailboxes and some columns?
Yes.
Okay. The one is fence columns. That barbed wire that you see there, we call that big barbed wire, and that's very popular depending on what part of the country you're in. I'm in Texas, so it's more Texas-y, if you will. But with the other thing is we use those same columns for mailboxes. If you see the bottom right-hand corner, that's an entrance to a subdivision. And that entire piece there, which is on, again, when you're pulling up to this subdivision, the moonlight is on the highway, the horse is on the turn going into the subdivision, and the welcome is on the street in the subdivision. There's another one on the other side of the road that's one on each side. And that job was about $70,000, and we might have 10 hours of work in it. Not a long time to build all those, very simple, and that'll last hundreds of years. It'll never crack or fade or chip or anything. So very, very popular here in the States for entrances like that. Again, the mailboxes, same thing, very simple to make. We can make a mailbox usually in about an hour at a cost of about $90, and we sell those for $2,200 to $2,300. So again, well over 95% profit. Switch. Again, I won't go into details on this one. The biggest reason we have this is the WCIA. That's a TV station, and we traded commercial advertising for that rock. So that franchisee in Illinois got between 550 and 600 commercials, and he built the rock for him, or that company, a radio or a TV station, and that cost him about $320 to build. So I always encourage the franchisees to trade out anything you can, because you're trading for about 5 cents on the dollar. And the commercial actually had 6 people that he sold a rock to that was in the commercial. So he not only bartered for the commercial, he sold 6 rocks to go in the commercial, and that's what it was them talking to those 6 people about what that rock did for their business. So very, very lucrative there. And again, trade anything you can. You're paying, pennies on the dollar. Go ahead and switch. I mentioned high schools, and the bottom left, that is a high school in Texas. Here, football is a big deal. In India, I'm thinking it's more soccer. I don't know for sure, but anyway, or what you call football, we call soccer. And each one of those rocks is signifying that they won the state championship that year. There's 13 of them, and they buy one every time that they win a state championship. All the kids' names are on it, the coaches, managers, stuff like that. The one, the top middle, that is La Vega High School, and that is a big rock in front of the stadium that was renamed after Willie Williams, who coached there for some 30 years. And it's just another way to identify that. And again, the reason the little fish rocks are on there is we sponsor fish tournaments, cook-offs. It doesn't matter. Anything that's a competition, we will supply the trophies. We were at a fishing tournament giving the trophies away, and somebody saw the fishing trophy and asked, can we do a bigger rock and put all the people on it that won the state championship? And again, what we do is we do a lot of those competitions, recognition, and that's how we got that big job, which was a couple $100,000 just from donating that little fishing rock. So again, we encourage people our franchisees to do these competitions, give them a trophy like this. They like this a lot better than a plaque or trophy or ribbon, because they can put this in their front yard and kind of have bragging rights on what they've accomplished. So we do a lot of that. Again, the reason the fishing rock's there is because that led to all these jobs that we've got. And fishing rock cost us maybe $20 to donate. So again, do that as much as you can. It gives you a lot of recognition. Your marketing strategies may be a little different there, but again, when you can donate $30 and get hundreds of $1,000s in return, absolutely worth it. Go ahead and switch. Switch, that one's not important. Here, showing top left corner, that's Ace Hardware. Not sure what the name of your smaller hardware stores in India or even in Asia, but that's a very popular one here. It's not like the big box store where you have lumber and all kinds of stuff. This is a smaller version of that. Usually they're a little more expensive, but they are more precise on what they sell there. The owners will know every inch of the store, where if you walk into one of our big box stores, the person running an aisle or a part of it probably doesn't know that much about the business. So we put our products in the smaller ones that know their business better and have a little better chance of selling it. So a couple things here. Ace Hardware is a very popular one in the States, and we're in all of them. Also, that is a fountain. We can run water through it. We can put chlorine, salt water, doesn't matter. All of it is unaffected by the rock. It's completely non-porous. It's completely waterproof. We use it for diving rocks. We can use it in swimming pools. I just did my entire pool deck with it. I should have put a picture on here for that. The top right, those are little decanters, and those are just kind of fun things, but we sell a ton of them, and we'll put a whiskey bottle, wine bottle, whatever it may be. It doesn't have to be alcohol, it can be anything. And we put a faucet on the front, and they actually work. And we give those away a lot at Christmas and different times, or if we're at any kind of event, like the fishing tournament. We did the one on the right, and I'm not sure how many we sold, but it was a lot. Bottom right-hand corner is the fire pits. We do a lot of those, more up north than we do south. Just depends on what the climate is in your area. And then on the bottom left-hand, the one in the middle and the left-hand, those are LED screens. And sure, you'll have plenty of those. And we put those inside the rocks, and that company can use it for advertising, whatever they may want to do, advertise the college football game that's coming that night, or the one in the bottom left, that's a bank. And if you drive by there, typically you're going to see what the mortgage rates are that day, if they're having a special on car loans, whatever it may be. But everybody knows that bank, which is in McGregor, Texas. It's very popular because everybody knows about the rock, and they'll go by to see if the football score from the high school is up, or baseball, whatever. It's a good way to get a lot of people to look at it. Go ahead. Go ahead. You're looking at golf rocks. We do a lot of the tee box markers for golf, and we can put those in there. And then we'll also make money on those by advertising spots on them. Like that particular one is Remax. That's a big company that sells houses and real estate in the United States. Very, very popular. They're a huge company. And we'll put that on the tee box marker, and they will pay us so much a year every year. And each tee box will have that on there. So you can make money off each one every month. And we do a lot of those. Those are getting very, very popular, and they're very, very nice rocks to have on the each tee box. Switch. These are some of the headstones. And again, if you asked all our franchisees 5 years ago how many headstones they did. They may have done one. 3 years ago, it was probably 10% of their business. Now it's as much as 50%. And we have some franchisees, all they do is monuments and headstones, memorial benches, things like that. And it's gotten to be very, very popular. The challenge we have in the States is the granite has skyrocketed. It's very expensive now, and it takes as much as a year to year and a half to get your stone or monument once you order it. So ours takes a fraction of the time. We could literally have the headstone to them within a week if we wanted to. And now that we've have have a sandblaster that will penetrate the rock, we can have a bunch of these at a funeral home. You can pick it out and we can take it and sandblast it the next day. So we can literally have it to you in just a few days if you would like. And that has become very popular. I even finance the headstones to people for half down, no interest for 3 years, and you can have a lot of payments coming in for that. If they never paid you a penny after the initial sale, you made a 50% profit margin on it originally. So very, very lucrative to do that. Believe it or not sure again how it is over there, but here we do a lot of pet memorials. So don't discount those out. Not sure if that even makes a difference there. And I'll learn more of the culture as we go. And I would bet as time goes on, for anybody that has our product over there, they'll learn more and more things you can do with it to fit what your culture may be. Every year we come up with something different. Go ahead and switch. One of the ways, again, I'll go through this quickly. That's just a building that nobody would know what it is because there's no sign. Well, one of the ways that we market is we do proofs. Go ahead and switch. The next one is actually a proof. The one on the left-hand side, that's using Google Earth and Adobe Photoshop. And that's just an idea of what we thought would look good. And the people told us, well, we do like it, but we want it gray. So the final job was gray like that one. It was about a $50,000 job. We had maybe 7 hours of work in it. And they wanted to match the doors on the building back there. So if you see the doors that they told us they were going to paint everything blue or gray, whatever you call that. So we made it to match. And that's one of the ways we market, by doing proofs. And again, it costs you nothing to do that. And you can do a proof in about 5 minutes. Switch. There's some ones I just kind of played with here. Again, those are proofs that my marketing team did, or the graphic design team. They did all these probably within about 10 minutes, just to give you an idea of what we can do. If you were talking to the city of Abu Dhabi or New Delhi, Qatar, any of those, and you wanted to show them what it would look like to have a rock coming into the entrance of their city, this is what you could make them to give them an idea. We didn't put it at the entrance, obviously. We don't know where that is, but if you were doing that, or if you had a building that you wanted to put a rock in front of, you could actually Google that rock through Google Earth and then have it setting there in front of it so they could see exactly what it looked like. And that's how we do some advertising to get the rock sold. Go ahead and switch. Here's one here. Again, just another kind of a fun one. That actually is a location. Don't know if you know where that's at or not. So we do a proof on the left, and then we do an actual proof with it setting in front of the organization to give you an idea of what it would look like. So again, just a little fun thing we do. It's very simple. It doesn't cost anything, and it is very effective. Switch. Again, that was the proofs. This particular one, we gave them 3 samples. They liked the one in the middle, and they said they wanted a little lighter, and we did the job, put border around it, some plants, and that's a very typical sign with our company. Switch. I'm not going to go into a lot of the little details on how we get the images in the rocks, but the top left-hand corner, that's a stamp. If you were a master franchise, which pretty much any of you will probably be if you come in, you will do this particular work for the franchisees. You will use a CNC machine, which we'll train you on. Very, very simple to do. And you'll make stamps so you can put that on the rock. Why the rock is still soft, I'll go a little bit technical here. You mix our mix together, it's going to come out about like Play-Doh or clay. If you see when they're making a clay pot, well, ours will stay just like that for about 4 hours, and we'll take that metal stamp, set it on the rock, tap it in just enough to get the paint line. And if you know the different depths on the stamp, That's how you know what color to paint each spot. So you would look at that landmark landscape and think that would be very hard to paint. It's very easy. A child could do it. After we stamp it, each one of those little depths on the stamp will make it where now it's just paint by numbers, and you'll paint that whole thing in an hour or so. Very simple. The middle one, we do color signs for rocks like that, whatever you want on it. This happens to be a headstone. The top right-hand corner, that's for a dog. Again, over here, they do a lot of memorials for pets. So go ahead and switch. I'm not going to go on a lot into the colors, but the color is throughout the rock. It's mixed in completely. And if you broke the rock open, it's not going to be like you see different. It's going to be the same color as most of the outside. Go ahead and switch. The stains the same way. Again, I won't go into a lot of detail on here. If you should get interested, you can ask questions on this at a later time. But on the decision to look into the business, this isn't really a big deal. Very simple to do. Go ahead and switch. The paints, I think I check. I think you do have Sherwin-Williams over there. If you don't, you'll have something like it. They do all of our paint. It's an acrylic concrete penetrating paint. Lasts for years and years and years. And each year on the bigger rocks, we will put a coating of sealer over it every year and inspect the rock. And that's also a kind of revenue stream anyway. We charge about $150 to $250 for the inspection each, and it's another way to get in front of the company. Main thing is we want to spray where the paint is. That's what needs the protection. The rock is fine forever, but the paint will last longer if you seal it off to cover the UVs, which you will have a lot of like we do here in Texas. Go ahead and switch. Again, we have a limited lifetime warranty, but it's pretty solid. Anything that ever goes wrong with any of our rocks, I will replace it 100% free, other than a vehicle hitting it or a tree falling on it, something like that. But typical wear and tear, it's going to last hundreds of years. Switch. Again, how do we get leads? Now, this is more for the franchisees that you would have. We do a lot of trade shows. We do proof prospecting, which I explained, charity events, and we do a lot of social media. And those are ways that we actually, the franchisees can make money. Go ahead and switch. These are typical booths of what it looks like at a show. The bottom left-hand corner, that was an event in California. Gilroy, California is a place where if you ever ate garlic in the United States, that's where it comes from. They have a huge festival there each year, and we attended that festival with our rocks. And we always make a nice entrance rock for the show itself, which gives us a lot better deal on a booth. And if you notice the bottom left-hand corner, all those people that are in line, they're in line to come into our booth to get a picture with the rock. So we had people all day coming in just to get a picture with it. So it gives your booth a lot of attention. A lot of times the company that's putting on the show will have us make a nice rock for the entrance, and they'll do different awards with that. If anybody wins something, everybody goes up there and gets a picture with our rock. So again, it brings a lot of attention to our product, and they will a lot of times give us a better deal on the booth if we'll make them one they can keep. Again, switch. That's the Boulder booths, about the same thing, but with Boulder Magic as opposed to Boulder Designs. Go ahead and switch. I won't go over a lot of the financials here because it may be a little different. Again, you'll be a master franchise and you'll charge accordingly. This is what we charge our typical franchisee for what they do and all the equipment. And what'll happen if we should make a deal with somebody, you'll get an initial set of equipment starting out. And then after that, I'll give you the schematics to where you can make and produce all these things locally, and there'll be another revenue stream for the franchise. And again, we'll show you how to do all that, where to get the equipment. Some of it you'll get manufactured there. Some of it, like the Mud Hog, you'll order it unless you have something that's equivalent to it in your country, which you can get a better deal on. And I have no problem with that. The trailer, it is a special trailer that's made just for our boulders. And it's very, very good, very, very usable. It's a good advertising piece, and one person can load or unload a rock in 5 minutes by themselves. And I'll give you the rights and the schematics to be able to produce those locally, and you'll have one to demo to the company that'll make them for you, and we'll facilitate all that. Switch. Next one is the Boulder Magic Company. Same thing, just a little different. Just keep in mind the Boulder Magic product that makes the stone is different than the Boulder Designs. It's designed to go through a slip form, which is that machine, which you've seen earlier. and the Boulder Designs is made to be made indoors without the weather on it immediately. And so it's a little bit different. If you ran out of one of the products for the Boulder Designs, you couldn't use it for Border Magic. It's totally different, although both the same in theory on how to not, keeping it from cracking or anything like that. But again, this is just another layout. If you are a typical franchisee in the States, this is what you would pay to become a franchise. I have a royalty or a minimum payment each month, and you'll interact that or you'll engage that, and we'll talk about that if you need to and see if that's suitable for your same place. But this all over the country and in Canada, it works very well. You can switch. With a franchise company, these are just things that I show to a prospect. These are things that they should enjoy by having a franchise. A lot of, national buying power, support, training, all these things that if you bought a McDonald's, Burger King, any of those things in the States, you should have these different things provided for you. Basically, if you're a franchise, your franchisees should be able to get all the support from you by paying you one lump sum or a certain amount every month. And that should be a better deal than what if they tried to acquire all these different things themselves, whether it be their Google training, their Facebook, their websites, all the products they need. You'll supply that for them for a fee, and that should be cheaper than what they could get it on their own. Go ahead and switch. At the end of this one, that's what I tell the franchisees. Now it's a point of selecting their territories, training dates, schedule a follow-up call, and that's pretty much it. I go through it a lot slower, and they ask questions the whole time. I had 4 people on this morning, and I've got 2 more on tomorrow morning from 2 shows a show that I did in Charlotte, North Carolina last week, and I just left London, got home Saturday night. I have probably 50 people interested in buying a franchise that I'll start doing webinars for as far as maybe Thursday or Friday. Go ahead and switch. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. You switch back to that or whatever, one you want up there. But that's pretty much it right there. I went through it very fast. Normally that's a 2-hour presentation. So I skipped over some broad points very quickly. So now at this point, if you'd like to ask questions, you're more than welcome.
Thank you, Butch. I think that was a very detailed presentation and understanding about your brand, and we really appreciate the way you have put your entire passion in the business in the last 25 years, because we have seen this in the real estate projects, we have seen this in commercial projects, residential, but we didn't know that there has been so much of work and there has been so much of passion behind this. And I think with the growth of real estate and residentials in India, this is a great opportunity to franchise. Because on the call, I have many of my colleagues who are working in directly in real estate projects, and there's a lot of malls, there's a lot of projects which are coming up in the next 10 years in India, and I think this is just going to be an add-on. It's like a feather in the cap for any project or any investor who is looking out for an opportunity to invest in a brand which is actually, it doesn't have anything perishable inside it. It's just that it's more service oriented. You go in, you take an order, you show them the capabilities which is there, and then after that you deliver it.
Absolutely. I totally agree. In fact, we have seen a beautiful design, in fact, right? Although it is not very much, in India, right? You find these designs, these big boulders, very rare in India. But yes, of course, it is an opportunity, right? In case if anyone would like to go for this brand, like going for this boulder design franchise in India could be the smart move, I would say, right? Specifically, if you are exploring a unique business opportunity with a low competition, I would say no, the lowest competition and high customization potential, right? So the overall, this can be, of course, a great opportunity. I mean, we have lots of questions in the chat box.
Sure.
Yeah, just take it one by one. So, someone is asking like, what business insight you had to have considered Indian market for this business? Bosch, would you like to
Say that again real quick. I'm sorry.
Okay, so what business insights you had to have consider Indian market for this business?
Yeah, zero. We would rather train you. It's a very simple business, very easy to learn. We have corporate people, we have firemen, attorneys, doctors. It doesn't matter what walk of life, what business you have come from. You
Mhm.
don't have to have any concrete experience whatsoever. And what I tell the people here when I'm looking for new franchisees, I'm not looking for somebody to build rocks. I'm looking for somebody that can run a business. And the rocks is just a product. We call them widgets when you don't know what the product is. So anybody could, you can hire the cheapest labor source to make these. It's very, very simple. I can have anybody making these rocks completely start to finish in 2 days. Very, very simple. Nobody in the world is ever going to copy you. The products that go into it are obtainable. You can only get them through us, so you don't have to worry about training an employee or somebody and they say, well, heck with you, we'll just go on our own. They cannot
Mhm.
do it. You can 100% be assured of that. But again, we'll teach you everything about the business. What I tell everybody that you really need to have to be a successful Boulder Designs or Boulder Magic franchise is integrity, work ethic, and a little bit of passion. The problem here that we have a little bit today is that you're not really touching these rocks. And if you would see them or feel them, it's a lot better. I just left London, and some of the same people that saw our product in London, we did have all our product, or some of it, a very small amount in London. And some of the same people that went to Germany 3 years ago to see us had no interest in it because we didn't have any of our product there. All we had is some brochures and signs. Well, now when they seen it, they said, Butch, that's totally different. That's a whole different ball game. Our booth stayed full the whole time at the show. There were some people from your company there. They came by several times, and I never had time to talk to them because all I was doing was presenting this company to different people. And even the people around us were kind of wishing that they had it because, they were not having near the customers in the booth as we had. So again, I'm rambling there, but again, at the end of the day, you don't have to have any experience whatsoever. Just have some sales ability, some work ethic, and some passion, and that's who our best franchisee is.
Right. So the next question is also, related to that. Someone is asking, do you have any special machine for engraving, or how would you train us?
We do. One of it is through the stamps. Like if you see that rock on the left-hand side, the Boulder Designs, why that
Mhm.
rock is still soft, which you have a long window of time to do that. That's just a stamp that we set on there. Tap it in. That's it. That took literally 3 minutes at the most to do that design on there. But what we've done now is we've gone into engraving. So now we can have a stockpile of rocks that are done. You come pick it out and we can engrave it the same day or the next day and have it to you a lot faster. The reason we had to do that was because of the monuments and the headstones. If somebody got a headstone, again, we'll learn the difference between here and there, different cultures. But here, you get a headstone at any time when you pass away, and you might have a headstone with your husband and wife on it, and your husband or wife may not have passed yet, but the dates or the birth dates and maybe the passing date on one of them are already on the rock. Well, it might be 20 years before the death date goes on the rock to finish up whoever, passes last. Well, originally we couldn't do that because we couldn't find a sandblaster to penetrate the rock. They're just too
Mhm.
hard and they would cure so solid that the sandblaster wouldn't even do it. Well, now we do have one, so we can go back to the graveyard or wherever the memorial is, and we can put that date on it later. And now we're doing that on all the rocks. It's much easier, much faster, and we will teach you how to do that. That would be again another revenue stream for the franchisor because you will provide some of those products to the franchisees. And but very simple. Again, it's on a 1 to 10, I think the hardest anybody ever said about building the rocks or stamping them or anything is a 1.5. That's the hardest anybody ever said it was. Very, very simple process.
Right.
There are
The next question.
some more questions, but I think most of them have been taken up.
Mhm.
So I think some relevant ones are that what is the material, which I think which you have already answered it in the current question. Would you like to take it up once more? What is the material which is used? It's a sandstone or a granite?
Yeah, it's mainly sand. Probably 95% of it is sand. Then they're going to use a Portland cement that you'll get locally there, and it is there. I checked while I was there. It's not expensive. And then our special sauce, which goes into it, which creates the hardener, the longevity of it, the complete moisture proofing. All that is done very simply done. You have to do no work to do that. It's a liquid form, and you'll mix it into your mixer and it'll do all the work for you. You don't have to do anything other than that. You put sand, Portland cement in our product with water, and it'll create our product. It comes out, like I said, about like a Play-Doh or a soft clay, and then it'll stay that texture for about 4 hours while you can mold it if you want to, carve the edges, different things like that. Again, very, very simple process.
Thank you, Butch. Thank you
All right.
for taking up all the questions. Now I will take you briefly through the financials about the brand. So what we have projected is as a master franchisee, the franchisee fees will be 50 lakh rupees. The training fees will be 5 lakh rupees. The equipments and supplies will be at 55 lakhs. The pre-opening cost will be at 10 lakh rupees. And the total estimated investment should be around 1.2 CR in INR. We are looking out for 5 sub-franchisees. The average bill value will be around 1.1 crore, 1 lakh 50,000 rupees. Average orders per month, which we estimate is 25. Operating days per month is 24, keeping the holidays, which is there in mind. And the sale per month is 37 lakh 50,000. So your net sales without GST should be around 44 lakhs. The cost of goods should be 2 lakh 25,000. And if you're looking out for taking a place on rent, that will come to around 3 lakh 75,000. Your staff salaries will be around 3 lakh 75. Your local marketing cost should be around 2.5 to 3 lakh rupees. Your vehicle leasing cost should be around 1.5 lakh rupees. And your miscellaneous expenses should be around 1 lakh 12,000 rupees. So the total operating cost comes to around 9 lakh 75,000 with a revenue of 37 lakhs. You can expect monthly EBITDA of 21 lakh rupees for the proposed revenue which we are planning to do. And your total yearly profit should be around 2.61 CR. So we are looking out for an ROI within 1 year for an investment of 1.2 CR if anybody is interested to go in for a master franchise. This is a basic idea about the revenue. We can discuss more in details if you're looking for an unit franchisee. So unit franchisee, the franchise fees will be around 10 lakh rupees. Training fees remains the same. The pre-opening cost will be 5 lakh rupees and your estimated investment is 20 lakh rupees. The average bill value remains the same. Your average orders will be lesser because you're going in for a smaller area. And we are expecting a total revenue around 8.85, which is around 9 lakh rupees in a month for a single unit. The cost of goods remains at 1.12 lakhs. The rent is around 45,000, keeping in mind the area you require to get this entire execution done. The staff salary will be around 75,000 and your local marketing cost another 75K and your operating expenses will be 15K. So we are looking out for a total EBITDA of around 4,27,000 per month, and the royalty to the brand will be 7%, which is around 52,000. So your yearly EBITDA comes to around 51 lakhs, and your ROI period is within a year. So this is just a detailed brief. We would like to discuss more in details if anybody is interested for franchising this brand. There's a lot of opportunity where we can directly set up your call with us to give you a detailed understanding about the brand and how we have achieved this revenue. Although most of the things we have discussed in it is very clear. And if anyone is also interested to set up a one-on-one call with Butch, we can definitely connect. I have shared my details and my email ID for directly connecting. Also, we will be in getting in touch with you, whoever has attended this seminar, for a detailed discussion and understanding and for a way forward plan. So I hand it over back to Bharat.
Thank
If there
you.
is any
Thanks
more
so much.
questions, Bharat, which we can take, it's okay. Otherwise, we can hand over the session to Butch for a final closure
Right. So, just to add on, I mean, it is an untapped market, right? There's hardly any established player in India, I would say, right? You can have lots of demand from real estate, gated communities, gated societies that we have in like places like Gurgaon, Delhi, and many other part of the country. You can also get the orders from temples, school, resort, parks, corporate, buildings, farmhouses, villas. So I mean, lots of opportunities are untapped, right? So
And the best
you,
thing is that the opportunity for investment is also less. So what
yeah,
we
yeah.
have maximum in our current investor lead which we get is that their investment bracket is between 20 to 25 lakhs, which is very challenging to go in if anybody is looking for F&B brand or for education brand where the franchise fees is high and the investment is higher in the terms of equipment.
Mm.
And there is a lot of uh, deficiency in the success also. But this is like a no-brainer. It's like you take it, you get connected to the right people. Even if you are doing 5, 6 projects a month, I think your ROIs, your revenues, and everything is covered.
Absolutely, yeah. As you said, that it has the extremely low, overhead, the expenses, right? That's the best part, right? It is an eco-friendly, durable customization is there, with a very good, the margins. So
Correct.
overall, I think this can be a fabulous franchisee opportunity for each one of you, right? In case if you would like to go for deep dive discussion, I mean, Swaraj has already shared his number in the chat box. My request is to please get in touch with him right after this call, and we can have a detailed discussion about it. This opportunity is for everywhere. I saw one of the questions someone was asking if it is available in the northeastern part of India. I mean, yes, we can discuss about it. Yeah, it is available across India. So, um, so yes. So, in case if you would want, let's have a conversation about it. Lots of question I'll have to take by one. Hold on. Are the colors long lasting? I think we already have answered it. Bush, in case if you could also add it, what about the colors that you use?
Yeah, the colors are integral. They last forever. No fading hardly whatsoever.
Right.
Again, the product itself is very, very sound. You'll never have to worry about callbacks, crackings, anything. Are
Mhm.
you still having the one up that says, "Where do we go from here?" And it has a Boulder Designs rock on the middle left-hand side? Is that the screen you have up right now, or do you have a financial screen up?
No,
Oh,
there is
financial.
no screen up.
Hmm.
Oh, can you go back to the one that I finished on that says, "Where do we go from here?" I
Okay.
was just going to give a quick synopsis of what that rock would cost to build and how much you'd sell it for, just to give you a clearer picture of what we do. Because uh, sometimes just showing a certain rock, what it costs and what it costs to make it, makes it very enlightening.
Sure. Which slide
Okay,
would
you're
you like
going
to
to see
go to?
yeah, it says, "Where do we go from here? Select territories, training dates, schedule a follow-up call." Have you got that up?
Yep.
Okay, you'll see the middle rock on the left-hand side. It says Boulder Designs. It has a phone number on it, and it has a
Correct.
guy
Correct.
standing behind it. That
Mm.
rock is about 4 foot wide and 4 foot tall, maybe a little bit smaller, bigger. We will make
Wow.
that rock in about an hour, hour and a half, at a cost of maybe $140, and that'll sell for about $3,500. That gives you an idea of what it costs to make one, how big it will produce. So typically we sell them for $1.80 a pound here in the States, and it costs you about 9 cents a pound to produce. So that's why our margins are, 95
It's
plus
90%,
percent profit.
more than
Yeah.
90% margins.
Yeah. So just want to give you an idea of how much that is, what size you can produce for just a couple $100. And again, you'll make that in just over an hour. So if that helps a little bit.
And I think Bhuj, the best part is that it's not only that you are doing it in the exteriors. It's also in the interiors, which I saw there is a lot of interior boulders which you have created with some which is inside some houses, some which is inside some offices, which I think
Yeah,
is
we've done
what is going.
hearths, hearths on fireplaces, windowsills. There's just no end. Pretty much anything you've ever seen out of brick, stone, or rock, we can do for a fraction of the price. It'll never crack. I'm fixing to do my whole outdoor kitchen in it. We just did my whole pool deck in it. Saved me a ton of money. So again, every year we come up with new ideas. You'll probably have some ideas over there that we don't even know about that for things that you need. Again, there's just no end to the uses for it, and it's very, very inexpensive to produce. It's eco-friendly, it's biodegradable, there's no harmful effects whatsoever to the environment, and you have an abundance of sand there. So I just can't imagine anywhere on the planet that would be a better fit for it. And it's beautiful when you get done, and there's no end to the colors you can create, the sizes, shapes, anything. It's all pretty much, there's just no end to it. So I think, again, because of your sand abundance, it should be a very, very good fit over there and the longevity of the product once it's done.
Sure, and I think we can get some new thought processes also out here, because in India it's not only the sand. There is a lot of different stones
Correct.
properties which are available out here, especially if you see in Jaipur. If you've gone to Jaipur, you will see that there is something which is called the Pink City. It's because the entire city was built in pink stones. So there's a lot of opportunity here, which I think if we can have a great franchisee who is looking in for an opportunity, which is open to discuss and try it out.
All right. So I think that's it for the day, everyone. Thank you so much, Bush, for being available for this webinar and sharing the insight about the brand and the business opportunity. It's really, appealing, and it's absolutely a great opportunity, right? Those, I
Right.
mean, who are in, I mean, as you said, Sarat said, like in Jaipur, right? The whole city is about the same, right? So lots of people are there who are into this business, but this can be a different, right? Opportunities are everywhere, tier one cities, tier two cities, tier three cities, right? So this is a unique business opportunity. The way we have received a number of questions in the chat box, I know that lots of people are interested in this business. My request is to please get in touch with Suraj sir, have a discussion in length, and then decided to go further, right? So that's it for the day, everyone.
Thank
Thanks
you.
so much for joining, everyone. Thanks so much, Push. And see you tomorrow once again at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. That's it.
Y'all have a good night or day, and we'll talk to you
All
later.
right.